Bill O'Reilly here. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Coming up next, the news with Mike Slater.
Thank you, Bill. It's Thursday, August 17th, 2023. Here's what's happening today in America. A new judge for Trump. A new home for a U.S. service member. Target admits failure. And Bradley Cooper's nose. It's all coming up. Then Bill is back with your message of the day. But first, the latest with the Trump Georgia indictment. The prosecutors say they want to start the trial on March 4th. Which is one day before the Super Tuesday primaries across the country. Well, what a coincidence. Also, the county had 2.5 years to put together their case, and they'd only give Trump and the 18 other defendants 6 months to properly defend themselves. Can't imagine that would be allowed to happen. The judge is a 34-year-old who's only been on the bench for 6 months. 6 months on the job, and he's got the biggest case in history. North Korea made their first announcement about the American who voluntarily went into North Korea. He just spent 47 days in a South Korean jail for punching someone in the face repeatedly at a nightclub. He then kicked and broke the door of a police patrol car. And he was ready to come back to America to face military discipline when he ran into North Korea and was detained there. North Korea state media said he came over to North Korea because he harbored ill feelings about inhumane maltreatment and racial discrimination within the U.S. Army. And he was disillusioned at the inequality of American society. Oh, well, they'll be very happy with how very equal everyone is in North Korea. Target sales officially declined in the second quarter because of their Pride celebration and the conservative backlash. Sales fell 5.4% in the second quarter, and online sales dropped by 10%. Target says, Target is a place that people go to get away from everyday life, and we want to make sure Target is a happy place for all of our guests. They finally figured out that girls' bathing suits for little boys right at the front entrance didn't make people very happy. There's a fake Twitter controversy that Bradley Cooper, who is the co-writer, co-producer, and director of this new movie Maestro about the life of Leonard Bernstein, that Cooper's nose is too big. Some are calling it an ugly Jewish stereotype. Fortunately, his children have shut it down. His 3 children said, "We were touched to the core to witness the depth of Bradley Cooper's commitment, his loving embrace of our father's music, and the sheer open-hearted joy he brought to his exploration. It happens to be true that Leonard Bernstein had a nice big nose. Bradley chose to use makeup to amplify his resemblance, and we're perfectly fine with that. And we're also certain that our dad would have been fine with it as well." Love that. Enough with the fake controversies. I'm Mike Slater, Bill O'Reilly, with your message of the day. Next.
If you own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles and have an auto warranty about to expire or have no warranty at all, listen up. Car Shield has a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that's now available to the public. Save on out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. So please call Car Shield now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. 800-925-7584 for a free quote. Drivers who activate the vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. So please call for your free quote, 800-925-7584, 800-925-7584. Hey, what do you have to lose? 800-925-7584. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. On this Thursday, since less than 20% of American adults now consume corporate media, the perception of Donald Trump has evolved into a street corner issue. By that I mean that folks are forming opinions about Trump's legal problems by what they are told by friends and family rather than what the Say Anything for Profit news organizations put out. This is not a positive development because false information streaks through casual conversations, and everybody knows that. And there is no longer a fair press to correct the record. So most Americans live in a daze of misinformation and ideological propaganda. That is the truth. More truth. Donald Trump was far too casual with the rules and that is causing him and the Republican Party tremendous grief. I mean, come on, just send the Blanken documents back to the National Archives, right? Who gives a fig? Same thing with the election stuff. State your opinion and then do everything you can legally to right what you think was wrong. I said a few days after the 2020 vote that Attorney General Barr should have appointed a special prosecutor to look into fraud allegations, that Rudy Giuliani wasn't close to being enough. But as always, Donald Trump marches to that different drummer. And here we are. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by writing it. You can reach me, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, name and town if you wish to opine. Okay, let's go to the mail. Michael Long, Lee Summit, Missouri. How did grand juries get chosen? How does it work? Okay, regular folks get a summons. 23 people in whatever area, whatever county on the grand jury. Takes 12 to indict. That's how it goes. Getting a little mail, you got to show up, do your duty. Steve Webb, St. George, Utah. In the documents trial with Donald Trump, will he be able to subpoena Bill Clinton, George Bush, and Barack Obama to discuss their classified documents? Yeah, they won't come into the courtroom, but the judge should allow a deposition to the three men. Absolutely. Mike Johnson, Atlanta. I'm worried that Michelle Obama is going to run. I agree with you regarding she would be a shoo-in. If she does, she would absolutely crush Trump. Right now, looks that way. Joyce Smith, Burnett, Texas. She said yesterday Michelle Obama would win the election if she ends up the nominee for the Democrats. What are your facts behind that opinion? Polling ahead of everybody, and her book sales. Astronomical book sales. Nobody comes close. And the people that buy Michelle Obama's book, a lot of them aren't reading it. They're just buying it because it helps her. Thomas, concierge member, and we urge everybody to check out the concierge membership. Thomas says, Bill, you always say there was no election fraud. Right away, Thomas, you are misreporting what I said. I clearly stated on a number of occasions there was fraud. What there isn't is evidence that it would have turned the election in Trump's favor. Okay. Do I honestly believe Joe Biden received 80 million votes? I don't know. But if he didn't, I was ready to look at all the information that came in, and nothing has risen. Every journalist will tell you that. In a moment, something you might not know.
Enjoy cleaner, safer, and more private internet daily. Be more cyber zen. For a limited time only, get our special offer at Nordvpn.com. With a few simple clicks, Nordvpn will block online trackers and hide your virtual location. It will secure your devices from malware-infected downloads and block access to malicious websites. Enjoy internet without trackers. Internet without malicious websites. Internet without malware-ridden files. Imagine your data more secure, your connection protected. Be more cyber zen. Take advantage of our special offer now at Nordvpn.com. Nordvpn, cybersecurity built for every day.
Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. 67 years ago today, Elvis Presley released the song Hound Dog. The single dominated the charts for the next 3 months. Here is the story. Elvis Aaron Presley was born inside a tiny one-bedroom home in rural Mississippi in 1935. A few months after his 21st birthday, Elvis hit #1 with Hound Dog and the song's B-side, Don't Be Cruel.
Well, baby, if I made you mad for something I might have said, please don't forget my past. The future looks right ahead. Don't be cruel. I don't want no other love, baby. It's just you I'm thinking of.
That was a much better song than Hound Dog, by the way. Throughout his 20-year career, the King racked up 18 number one singles, another 40 in the top 10. Elvis Presley sold more than 1 billion albums worldwide. He appeared in 10 different TV shows, 31 movies. But fame took its toll on Elvis beginning in the 1970s. He overdosed on drugs twice in 1973, but that was kept quiet. His personal physician prescribed him 30 different medications within a 6-month period. By 1977, the Hound Dog singer had gained 90 pounds, could no longer walk without a cane, and slept 15 hours a day. In August of that year, 77, the King of Rock was discovered dead on the bathroom floor at the age of 42. Doctors ruled the cause of death a likely heart attack, but it was not. It was a drug situation. And here's something else you might not know. According to Elvis's fiancée, the musician's final words at 2 a.m. were, "I'm going to the bathroom to read." She found his body 12 hours later, and the straight story about Elvis Presley can be had in my book, Killing the Legends. All Americans, even those who are not fans, should know what happened to Elvis. Back after this.
And paid for by Linear Marketing Group. Are you drowning in debt? Are you struggling to make minimum payments? Did you know that on average, a household with at least one credit card struggles with over $17,000 in credit card debt? If this sounds like you, know that it's not your fault. Credit card debt happens to good people. Credit card companies lure you in with low introductory rates and low minimum payments. Before you know it, you're in over your head. We've helped thousands of good people just like you become debt-free with our Debt Reset program that will dramatically reduce your debt down to a fraction of what you owe. Our Debt Reset program is customized to get you debt-free in as little as 24 to 48 months with one low monthly payment. If you owe over $10,000 in credit card debt or even personal loans, call 800-490-9015 now. There are no upfront fees or out-of-pocket expenses. You don't pay a dime until we succeed. Call now to see how the Debt Reset program can work for you. 800-490-9015. That's 800-490-9015. Again, 800-490-9015.
Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.